We think it's fair to say that there are no perfect parents on this planet. Sure, there are lots of amazing people and parents out there that go way beyond the call of duty to provide and take care of others, but labeling them perfect is probably an unrealistic claim. Despite our imperfections as people, we still need to hold ourselves to a standard of being a good person and parent. One way we can all learn how to be a better parent is by observing the mistakes of other parents. You needn't look any further than the news headlines to find some of those. Here are 5 parent-related news headlines that caught our eye. Maybe you're not the type of person who would ever do any of these things to your children, but a few minutes of self-reflection might have you finding smaller things you can improve on. Headline 1. Mother confronts son's alleged elementary school bullies, gets arrested. A mother from Simpsonville, South Carolina was arrested after posting a video on Facebook in which she said she was not playing around and that her son's schoolmates better stop messing with her kid. A concerned viewer saw the video online and reported it to the local authorities. 3 days prior to posting the video, she took it upon herself to enter a school in Greenville to confront a group of third grade students she believed were bullying her son. She alleges that her son had been teased repeatedly and in a couple of instances had been physically harmed or endangered. While at the school, the mother allegedly yelled at students, pointed her finger in a threatening manner, and even used profanity when speaking to a teacher. The school district stated that the school principal and classroom teacher were taking active steps to protect the child and remedy any inappropriate behavior from his peers. Apparently, the steps being taken by the school principal and teacher weren't to the satisfaction of the mother, so she took matters into her own hands. The combination of entering the school illegally and posting the threatening video led to her arrest. After her arrest, she admitted that she regretted allowing her emotions to control her behavior. The mother stated, "I'm absolutely ashamed of myself for the actions of walking up into the school. I owe the parents, the children, and the staff an apology for that. Absolutely, it was wrong. I don't know how I could have gotten my message across any other way." What's the takeaway here? Kids can be really mean sometimes, and unfortunately that's probably always going to be the case. The best resolution to any situation like this is to work with the school administrators to try to reduce the teasing and punish any and all physical harm. Taking matters into your own hands will only make things worse. Headline 2. Clive parents arrested for giving alcohol to minors at party. A couple from Clive, Iowa was charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor and false imprisonment. Apparently, a graduation party at their home attracted nearly 100 minors, and things got out of hand. A nearby neighbor must have reported the noise coming from the party, and that resulted in the police coming to the scene. What can you expect when you combine nearly 100 minors and alcohol? Trouble. When the police arrived on the scene, they found minors all around the property along with empty alcohol containers in the street. One of the intoxicated minors put up a fight that led to his arrest and subsequent sending to the juvenile court system for interfering with official acts. The parents' reaction to the police arriving on the scene was to turn off the lights and lock the doors to their house, trapping all remaining partygoers inside. Apparently, whatever was going on inside the house would have only made matters worse for the couple. Just maybe the parents knew it was wrong to give minors alcohol in the first place. What the parents may have not realized is that trapping the partygoers inside the home is considered an act of false imprisonment. Whoops, live and learn. The act of false imprisonment gave police the green light to force their way into the home. What's the takeaway here? Kids and alcohol are a bad combination. To be honest, alcohol and a lot of adults are a bad combination too. Being proud of your kid for graduating is understandable, but it doesn't mean the laws are suspended for the day. Celebrate all you like, just don't do anything that might turn police into party crashers. Headline 3. Parents arrested after forgetting toddler daughter at park for 14 hours. A couple from Palm Beach County, Florida, have been arrested for allegedly leaving their toddler daughter in a park and not realizing she was missing for 14 hours, leading to a charge of child neglect. Having gone through the toddler stages twice, we know how important it is to keep toddlers under close watch. They'll sneak off in some random direction like a stealthy ninja attracted by a shiny object or spurred on by their own curiosity. A 2-year-old was found walking through a local park around 8 p.m. Authorities scoured the park in search of the little girl's parents and drove police cruisers through the neighborhood, making announcements on their public address systems in an effort to track down the missing parents. They even brought in a canine unit to see if they could sniff out the parents, but none of the efforts led to any success. They finally ended up posting pictures of the little girl on the department's Facebook page. Around 11:30 a.m. the following day, the girl's mother called 911 to report that her daughter was missing. Deputies went to the family's apartment, placed the parents under arrest, and took custody of 7 other children. Wow, 8 kids in total? Having a lot of kids isn't an excuse for losing one, but it does certainly make the event a little bit more understandable. Both parents told investigators that they took their 8 kids to the park the prior evening to let the children run around and play for an hour. When it was time to leave the park, they told their kids to get in the van and they drove home. When they arrived home, the children played outside for a little longer and then they called it a day. It wasn't until the following morning on another trip to the park when the parents realized one of their children was missing. It's amazing that it took 14 hours before 9 family members noticed someone from their household was missing. Yes, only 2 of those 9 people are adults, but you still think that at least one of the siblings would have spoken up. What's the takeaway here? Most toddlers and some parents can be pretty irresponsible at times. If you have a large family, use the buddy system or make frequent head counts to make sure none of your family members have gone astray. Headline 4, teen forced to hold "I lied" sign at busy Florida intersection as punishment. A mother in Cape Coral, Florida became fed up with her 17-year-old daughter repeatedly lying to her, so she gave her daughter 2 forms of punishment to choose from. Her daughter could either spend the entire summer grounded or face some public shaming. In case you couldn't already tell, her daughter opted for the public shaming punishment. The teenage girl's public shaming came in the form of holding a large sign in a busy intersection that read, "I lied and I disrespected my mother." At least one onlooker felt the need to tell what was happening to the local police and reported the traffic hazard. When the police responded to the intersection, they addressed the issue and likely sent the family members home. No news outlets reported that formal charges were issued, but a repeat performance might result in the mother getting some punishment herself. What's the takeaway here? If you publicly shame your child, you just might bring some public shame on yourself too. Also, standing in the middle of a busy intersection with a sign that's distracting drivers probably isn't the safest thing to do. If you want to give your child punishment options, maybe limiting the options to things that are more conventional is best. Headline 5, video shows parent driving car with child on hood as punishment. If you thought the previous public shaming story was bad parenting, you're going to love this story. Apparently someone posted a 7-second long video to worldstarhiphop.com showing a young girl clinging to the hood of a car and screaming while the car was in forward motion. We're not aware if the person driving the vehicle has been captured, but given the intensity of the video, we're sure a lot of people will see it and the person responsible for this will likely be charged. There's pretty much nothing you can say that would get you out of trouble for this unless the little girl was a carjacker. That's highly doubtful. What's the takeaway here? No form of punishment that could cause permanent harm or death to a child should ever be considered. As frustrated as one might be with their child's behavior, there's no excuse for taking things this far. Secondly, if you're going to do something that's illegal, making a video of it and posting it online reinforces that this person has poor judgment. We hope that this little girl never has to experience anything like this again. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also check us out at babybeehive.com/blog for more interesting articles.